I'm Leandro Ehrlich. I'm an artist working primarily in installation and objects. My main subject is the construction of reality and our perception of space and how to create narratives in the space through the experience. I'm not using perception or illusion as a trick or something to, like a science or optical illusion. I'm using perception in order to create a narrative and in order to create poetic story. There's no one single message in terms of a work of art. I believe that the artist makes 50% of the work. The remaining 50% is part of audience interpretation. And I do believe that this interpretation is part of the creative action and the creativity that involves us in the world of art. I have been always interested in the concept of the other. Maybe this is why I have been so much interested in developing a work that involves the other, involves the audience, to be part of the work. Without the presence of the viewer, without the physical presence of the audience in the work does not get completely activated. We'll connect the work to another work, despite that are completely different in its physicality, but the sense of duality will remain. It's a very, very peculiar exhibition because we have work with very strong sense of site-specificity in this show. Not only in terms of the space, but in the physical space of the museum, but also in terms of the story and the history of Korea. I'm inviting the viewer to see the viewer. I'm inviting the audience to look at a pagoda that reflects on water. That's the first impression. But to understand that later on the presence of that reflection is not exactly what we anticipate. Taking these elements as a source of inspiration for developing a subject that is not only a Korean subject, but is a common to, let's say, common to all. These clouds, for me, the clouds are also a symbol for a human imagination, because we are maybe the only creature on earth that we associate a shape on a cloud. That process, that intellectual process, is quite interesting. Car cinema addresses another story that relates to the idea of making, because the symbolic idea of making or shaping a car out of sand is very poetic, because to me sand is a poetic element, but it's also the connection between the first ambition of making something that would be made and shaped by our hands, and taking the form of something that we have developed through technology.